and welcome to lesson 2, product development stages. So there are different stages of product development, okay? I'm going to give you a general idea, then we'll go through some of the stages, okay? Now, product development is the process of bringing an original idea to the market, right? So from that time where you have the idea, where the team come together, right? There are different stages, right? And it includes steps required from idea and taking the product to the market. So there are usually 6 stages, from initial concept to launching of the products to the market. So if you see right here, we have the 6 stages: the idea generation, brainstorming a product concept, the product definition, defining the product's concept, scoping and refining, then prototyping, creating a visual representation, initial design, designing an initial mock-up, validating and testing, and commercialization. So we're going to look at these stages one after another. So before I continue, I'm going to use our everyday activity, right? You want to make delicious egusi soup, right? Oh my god, you're thinking about it today, that today is like, I want to give myself a treat. I want to eat that special jollof, that special Nigerian jollof. If you're not Nigerian, yeah, apologies. So that idea comes up, right? And then it requires you going through some stages. You don't just wake up to the Nigerian jollof just because you thought about it. It doesn't work like that. All right. So the process where you carry that idea to where you take it to the market, where you have that yummy food in your tummy, right? Or you serve it to one special guest. We're looking at product development process. So let's look at the product development process in 6 steps. Step 1, ideation. At this point, we explore idea generation. Some people say, where do ideas come from? Like, who has the original idea? Who comes up with idea in an organization? The truth is, anybody can come up with an idea. So it's not usually the job of the owner or the CEO or the person who is funding to come up with ideas, right? In one of the sessions that I had, with during my mentoring session with Tunelu Melu, he says that ideas just come from having conversations with employees, right? You get ideas from there, okay? And there's a lady who did a session, and she talked about how even one of his current projects, the idea came from his daughter. Okay, so ideas can come from anywhere, right? And just because an idea comes does not mean it automatically turns to a product. All right. Now, in the ideation stage, you fill out the narrative, you explore ideas, okay? Then create presentation for steering committee. So when the idea comes in, there is a committee that has been put in place, right? In a typical organization, the committee, they are the ones to say, oh, okay, this is good, for the next stage, okay? So that presentation is made to the steering committee, and the board approves for the next phase. Now, the next phase here is product definition. Here, the product discovery begins. You define the core functionalities. Okay, so yes, we've had this idea. What exactly is this product going to do? Define the core functionality. Okay, people should be able to log in. They should be able to, instead of typing, they should be able to use voice, or it should be able to detect their emotions, right? Define core functionality. Then understand market size and revenue. Who are the people who really need this product? Okay, then you define the market size. You look at, understand the revenue, right? So how much is this going to bring us? I mean, before we get into this, project, or before we start defining or improving or building this product, we need to know what it's possibly going to bring to us, right? Now, the exit criteria for this phase or this step is a business case. Okay, a business case. If you're familiar with project management, you would know about a business case. Now, a business case is really just is that document that justifies our time. It justifies exactly the resources that we're going to put in. It justifies that if we put 10 naira in this project, in this period of time, it's going to give us this amount. Okay, if we don't do that, we cannot continue. We should not continue. We should not be building product just because we feel like it, just because it's nice, or So the third phase is the prototyping. Okay, here you create a prototype. A prototype is typically, a visual representation, right? This is like an example of what the main thing is going to be, right? Showing you something that, okay, you can relate to it, to say, oh, okay, I get it. So this is what you mean. So instead of using words, we create something that, the users or someone who is going to test it can relate to it. All right, so prototyping, we also create an MVP. MVP, minimum viable product. Please take notes. If you've not heard about it before, take note. Minimum viable product. It's actually the smallest, it's not small in size, but the least that you can bring out that actually still gives an idea of what your product can do. Okay, so AI product management is an area of interest for me, and in one of the courses I took, the tutor, while trying to explain an AI product that that team is working on, it said that they created a product that is supposed to get feedback from users enabled by AI, right? But the truth is this: the people who were testing this product, they did not know that for that stage while they were testing, or at that stage when they were using it, which the team is using to test, they had people in the background. The thing about AI is it's supposed to mimic human intelligence, right? So if we can go through that phase with actual humans, helping you get the result of what you need, it means it's a viable product, right? So prototyping, this phase, also do market research. You want to see that, okay, my product is right for the market. It's also what the market needs. It means that there is nobody who is currently maybe doing maybe the way that we are doing it. It might be the same product, but it also helps us to know how we can bring our own uniqueness to this product. Okay, now at that stage also we update the business plan to capture everything about the product, to capture to just justify the business. And the exit criteria for this phase is confirmation of the business case and then the go-to-market plan. Okay, we can say that, okay, this product makes sense. Investment in this product makes sense. And this is how we're going to take it to the market. Now the fourth phase is the detailed design. The detailed design. At this phase, the prototype is refined. Okay, so this is assuming that, oh, we've gotten some feedback, right, based on taking it to the market. We've gotten some feedback. We now come up with a detailed product design. The business plan and go-to-market plan is confirmed, and the exit criteria for this phase is that the design is complete. The next phase for this product development is validation and testing. At this phase, we want to ensure the prototype works as planned, right? We plan that it should do ABC. It should not do ABD. Okay? We say that, okay, if a user logs in and picks on a product to add to carts, they don't automatically see 2 in the carts, right? So at this phase, we want to validate the product in the eyes of the customer. We take it to the customer to see how they respond to it. Usability testing also happens at this phase. Okay, testing the viability of the financials. And the exit criteria is product quality demonstrated initial customer acceptance. It means that, we are getting response from customers to say, okay, man, this product, I like it. I think it solves this problem for me. Then the sixth phase is commercialization. The feature is complete. The go-to-market plan is executed. Customer success involvement. The product is then launched. The product is taken to the market, and the exit criteria here is it's generating revenue. Please note that based on what is applicable, based on the team, the organization, they typically have their defined process, right? And it may not be the exact words, but it's not so different from here. I've seen product development phase process that has 8 steps. I've seen 7. Okay, I think 6 is the shortest I've seen. All right. So the idea is there is a process from having an idea to taking it to the market. Okay. So what are the steps we need to take? What we need to do to ensure that we take this product to the market? All right. So that's typically just basic understanding of the product development process. During your study, as you go on, you learn in depth about how you develop this product. Also, as a product manager, remember you work with teams. All right. Remember, you're working with the development team, you're working with the marketing team, you're working with the UI design team. So it is not you who comes up with idea, who defines the product. No. Part of what you do as a product manager is to ensure that every step of the way, each team is delivering on what they need to do. Okay? And when we learn about, the agile methodology, we learn about Scrum, you're going to learn about the Scrum Master's role, and as a product manager you get to fit in that role, or from time to time use that role. Okay. All right, so I'm going to check the chats to see if we have questions, or we can also take questions now.